Hey everybody, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the breastfeeding tag for you guys. Now, I was suggested to do this breastfeeding tag by Leah Pintol. I will have her channel down below because she does have a YouTube channel, so you can go check her out. But she suggested that I do the breastfeeding tag. Now, if you are new to my channel, I have two boys. I have Liam, who is almost 3, and Nolan, who turned 1 in October. And I was not able to breastfeed Liam for more than just like a couple weeks or something. So when I had Nolan, I was very gung-ho on breastfeeding. I wanted it to work, and sure enough, it did. Now, my body doesn't produce tons of milk, but it fed my little chunker for up to 8 months. Like I was done at 8 months, but I was exclusively breastfeeding him for the first 6 months. So have plenty of time doing breastfeeding, and I'm a big advocate for fed is best. And I really enjoyed both experiences I have with feeding both of my boys different ways. So I really enjoyed breastfeeding, and if there's future children, I really hope to breastfeed them as well. It's just easier, so much easier, and it's really healthy for them. So I have a few of the tag questions, and I'm just gonna go through them from my phone and answer them the best of my abilities because it has been a little while since I stopped breastfeeding him, but we did do it for 8 months. So yeah, the first question is, where's the craziest / most random place you have ever breastfed? Now, we breastfed everywhere. We probably logged more hours in the car breastfeeding, it seems like, than anywhere besides home. But the craziest one was probably the airplane, because we went to South Africa when Nolan was 7 months old and he was still breastfeeding, and I wanted him to breastfeed when we were like ascending and descending on the plane. And we had our own like 3 seats because Liam had the window seat with his chair and everything, but we still were in the bulkhead. So like right when people are coming in and I'm like breastfeeding him or trying to, and he's wiggling and my boob's probably flashing everybody. So that was probably like the weirdest place that we've ever breastfed. The second one is, how many hours do you think you've spent breastfeeding since your little one's birth? Now, I tried to do the math and it was really hard. I never kept track of it. It was just kind of on demand, but there's roughly like 300 hours or something by the time he was 6 months old. So once he started solids, it was all over the place. And once we were starting to supplement as well, I have no concept of when I did. I literally just did it whenever he wanted to, or if I felt full, then I would feed him. So I don't know how many hours, but it was roughly like 300 by the time he was 6 months old, I believe. The third one is, favorite thing about breastfeeding? Easy. Like once you get past the first like 2 to 6 weeks, it is so easy. I was someone who didn't produce very much, so maybe that's why it was so easy for me, was that I would just feed him and then he'd be content. And he was so chunky, so that was really nice that I knew I was doing the right thing. Like I was feeding him and he was getting a lot. But I love the closeness. I really, really miss it. But then I see how crazy he is, and I don't need that on me right now. But when they're little and you have that special bond. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. Like I didn't get a special bond with him over Liam like on purpose. I just have a more like connection to him, and I believe it's breastfeeding because that's the only thing that was different with him. And yeah, it's just that closeness, and just you don't have to wash bottles, and washing bottles is no fun. So breastfeeding is just so much easier. The fourth one is, toughest moment while breastfeeding. With Nolan, there really wasn't anything too bad. I mean, the first couple days are bad because of cracked nipples. With Liam, it was bad from the start. My milk didn't come in and all that. But with Nolan, the only thing, there was like 2 or 3 times when I would start to feel like all of a sudden I just get like flu symptoms. And I had no concept of what that was at first. And I would just like have a hard spot. I never got mastitis. I immediately, when I started feeling that, I would nurse him constantly. Like even if he wasn't hungry, I would just nurse him and I would pump, and then it'd be gone within a couple hours. So I never had anything really bad. I guess it was kind of just when my milk went away. That was really hard for me. I wanted to go a full year and I just wasn't able to. So I just kind of had to move on from that, and he got what he needed. But that was probably the hardest part, was just my milk was drying up. The fifth one is, how do you entertain yourself while breastfeeding? My phone. In the middle of the night, I never did. I would just feed him, and I'd either like doze off while he was eating, or I would just sit there and watch him. But I never needed really too much entertainment. I have a 2-year-old, or he was like a little over 2, and he would keep me busy. Like I'd walk and breastfeed. So I never really needed anything to entertain me. The sixth one is favorite breastfeeding gadgets, clothing, pillows, nursing bra, etc. Nursing bras, definitely. Nursing tank tops during the summer are amazing. You don't even have to buy nursing tanks out there. You can make them yourself if you want to. The nursing bras that I really loved were from Motherhood, I believe. And they were like a sports bra kind. Those were amazing. So I will definitely have to get more gadgets and stuff because I didn't really use too much. So next time if there's another baby, then I can maybe find some more cool things. But the boppy pillow is amazing. I use my Medela pump all the time, but I didn't really have anything like, oh my gosh, I just absolutely have to have this. At least the first time I did, and the second time I kind of just went with the flow, whatever was happening. My nursing cover was amazing. I will link that down below if I can find it. That was probably my best thing because I could use it for multiple different things. And I did have to nurse in public all the time, so I would cover myself up. But that's not really too many gadgets. Just that nursing cover was amazing. The seventh one is, how long do you plan to breastfeed? Well, like I said, I planned to nurse him for a year. We got to 8 months, 6 months exclusively, and then we kept going for a couple more months, and it turned more into him just comfort nursing, and he started biting, so we were done. But yes, if we have kids in the future, once again, I will plan for as long as I possibly can, probably up to a year, and hoping that my body just cooperates. Eighth one, most embarrassing breastfeeding moment. I didn't really have any because I had that nursing cover on so much. Probably the most embarrassing was right at the end, like he was about 7 months, probably 7.5 months. And we were in the not on the airplane, but in the airport. And I had the cover on and I'm nursing and I'm talking to my husband and we're kind of like far apart. So I'm talking a little bit louder. And all of a sudden he bites down and I screamed out loud. It took me by surprise. I was like, ah! And I was like, no. And I full on flicked him. I don't know if I was covered at this point because I didn't care. That hurt so bad. And he laughed at me. And so it was just like, okay, you are done. And I like closed myself. I have no idea if people were looking at me. I'm sure they were, but it hurt so bad. I just screamed on the top of my lungs. So there you guys go. That is the breastfeeding tag. I hope you guys enjoy these tag videos. Leave me suggestions down below so I can give you guys a shout out. Thank you again, Leah. Go check out her YouTube channel. It is down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me that comment. I hope you're subscribed. You better hit that button and the little bell next to it. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.